Man, I am Mafia Fetti. We at the Lyric Lounge right now. I'm from the born in Courthouse. Oh wait, hold on, let's redo that shit. It's Mafia Fetti. You live at the Lyric Lounge. We in this bitch with Joe Diamond. We at the studio. From Woodbine, born in Courthouse, lived in the Village till I was 7. Gotta clear up the 7 years part. But shit, let's run this shit. Let's talk.
Where you at nowadays?
Shit, I'm in West fucking Bumblefucking Pennsylvania. I had to dip out for a little minute, you feel me? Get low, kind of get my mind right and shit, because my mental health was a little fucked up, as well as diving into the addiction and things I just shouldn't have been fucking with at all. So stay away from that shit. First lesson of the interview.
Commendable that you're proactive. It's crazy that you out there, but it's almost like you live next door. How much I see you on social media.
That's good to know, bro. I be feeling like I'm from out here, but I feel like before I started really taking the music serious, I kind of like, you know, dipped off and ended up in other places, whether it was Cumberland or Atlantic County, and now PA, I'm like way out. So I don't want to like shy completely away from the community, you feel me? Like I feel detached from home.
When was that? When did you get started rapping, and when did you start taking it serious?
Ooh, so the first time I recorded something and it sounded semi-official was in my garage in like 2016, but I used to do like real ghetto shit with recording. I used to hang the Xbox 360 Turtle Beats Bluetooth headphones off the window, like, you know, the John, you put the window like curtain on, I'd hang it off that, and because I didn't have a mic stand or no bread, so I'm like, fuck it, we going, shit sounded garbage. There's some old tracks I wish I could delete, do not find them.
Hey man, all that counts. We were just talking about that earlier, man. All that counts towards this XP, it's time to the craft.
Yeah, and I think where I was at mentally, I'm glad I didn't release more music, because now I'm kind of like in between this rebranding of myself phase where like I kind of want to shy away from talking about stuff that doesn't uplift people. Like I feel like a teenager could hear my shit or my old stuff and like want to crash, you feel me?
I'm not as familiar with your old music, but definitely I've been in tune these past couple of years, and you're definitely conscious. I can tell you.
I appreciate that, bro. I don't feel like I'm way behind on the actual dropping music part. Like I've been spending too much time trying to like go around and do shows or like do stuff that isn't as important as the actual music. Like y'all be dropping more actual.
Nah, man, you just dropped Afro Man, but we gonna get into that later. But you active, brother, and it's motivating. Even though I never met you until today, brother. Like salute you. I always I see, and it's inspiring.
Hell yeah, bro, respect. And like I don't ever, regardless of what I ever do, like I would never want anyone to take anything I do as anything other than like motivation, because really like I ain't shit, bro. Like, and I feel like everybody has parts of us that ain't shit. Like I have parts of me that I'm trying to get better at, so like I would never want someone to look at me or any artist as better than somebody. Like we glorify a lot, not saying all of us, but like I know a lot of us glorify people in hip hop and rap, but like inside they might be just as broken or like
everybody don't have this
more broken, you feel?
Awareness and self-acknowledgement, and everybody don't do nothing about it like you do.
I'm still stuck in it though. But I definitely appreciate that, bro. It's good to hear.
Hey man, you wear it well if you're stuck in it. You know what I'm saying? Outside looking in. But I wanted to get into like I hear your music, and you a rapper. You know what I'm saying? It's professional. And as myself being an artist, JD, you're rapping too. Like, who's some of your inspirations to your sound, and who helped you develop the craft? Who was a mentor to the headphones? You know what I'm saying?
I think one of the first, as far as rhyme schemes, was Big L. Like him and Method Man were the first two I think I acknowledged that had like back-to-back rhymes like in one bar, and I think that was one of the, and I can't not acknowledge Eminem, because like I think some of the first stuff my grandmom's husband showed me, it's funny, he showed me a lot of hip-hop like Wu-Tang and shit, but he showed me Eminem's that song Infinite, and that shit reminded me of L too. Like it kind of corresponded with each other in my ears.
He was definitely inspired by L too, I'm sure. When
I first wanted to really rap and thought hip-hop was dope, I was like 5 or 6, and it was either the Children's Story Slick Rick video, or what was that, the message by Grandmaster Flash. I don't know if it was VH1. I think it was BET used to play it, but I think they both did for a little period way back. But I remember the black and white parts of the Slick Rick video, and I didn't know how to differentiate between rock stars and hip hop artists because I thought they had like the same kind of aura. Like I wasn't separating shit by genre because I was like 5 or whatever. But it's kind of why I think it's crazy I remember that though, because like I don't remember a lot of shit from.
Poor memory. I mean, you're supposed to remember.
At least it's like remembering the important shit. One of them.
Slick Rick and that song is a memorable song too. Anybody who's heard, like I heard that obviously way after it came out. I was sheltered from rap, but when I heard it, I remember the song just from you bringing it up. It's not like
Even just like the
playlist,
nasally
like,
voice like sticks in my head. Like certain people have that voice that sticks out.
You know what I'm saying? It was. I don't know who his target audience was, but it definitely was a children's story. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so it's through me.
Word. I feel like when he came out, there was probably like. What's fucked up is like probably half the people were like, man, your voice is so out there that like you might not have a target audience, and he had to fight through the people saying like, nah, this ain't it, until he found the person that endorsed it and was like, this actually is it. Sometimes I think we just gotta find like the right people. Like no song is for everybody. Like Adele is a great singer. Like I'm not gonna like sit in the whip and bump it every day.
So what's some of the stuff you're listening to right now?
Oh man, honestly, I've been we'll say Niante. Few like now I'm like real into boom bap, but I also like to mix up the subgenres of hip hop and rap I listen to. So think they're from the DMV. Niante and El Custo got some dupe shit. Rock Marcy rhyme schemes and just smooth play shit like that. That shit I be fucking with. Shit, honestly, a lot of people that Alchemist be working with, but I try to mix it up with a lot of soul music, bro. I just found a soul singer, Gloria J, bro. Cold, some old shit. And I only got 2 songs on Spotify, but it's like a gem. Peep that. And jazz. You need jazz for thinking. My bad, I could go too long on that one.
You putting this on and everyone who's listening, because that's definitely part of being an artist, is having an expensive palette like that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Respect.
What up? Hey yo, so if you were to FaceTime Destin right now, would he answer?
I think so.
Let's try.
I don't know if I bet on it, but I probably would. Damn, I for sure forgot my water in the whip. That's crazy work. Yeah, honestly, he's gonna be on it.
Come on, Des.
Damn, son, would you look at this?
Crazy.
Oh, that's crazy work.
No way he's around his phone, because I know that's what.
Dang.
He gonna call you back before the interview over.
Oh, he for sure will, I think.
So,
should we talk about the Afro Man now or later? Because that was definitely a...
Yeah,
Nah, I don't even want it to be the premise.
Nah, well, don't be humble about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, tell him what it is.
So, I had made ties with someone who helped me learn a couple things about pitching to certain people and like searching for A&Rs and that type of thing, who had wanted to do some type of deal. And shout out to Swaggertown Records and Jake Strain. I just thought it didn't fit my image, but we still worked a lot, and he ended up inviting me to shows, and he was like, bro, just pull up. And we did what was the first show? Thomas, West Virginia. Like, that shit was the middle of nowhere, so I'm thinking no one's gonna pull up. But that was actually one of the most packed ones, other than the one they did out here was kind of cool, and that's, I think, the only concert I've done yet out here. I want to come back and perform more. Like, it's fucked up that I feel disconnected from our community. But we gonna get back to it. But for the Afro Man shit, what we do?
The timing though is crazy. How does?
It's crazy that he happened to, because like there was a lot of shows he did that they just didn't invite me to that like would have been cool. Like they did like the NGM in Boston. I'm like, that shit would have been sick. And they were like,
Fire.
he literally was like, nah, bro, you can't do this one. But I mean, I gotta respect it. Like, you know, he needed to give that opportunity to people that was really on his label. So I can't hate on that. It's sticking with the team. But we did like five states. And then I just tried to throw a lot of small venues in with it to try and build it like a real tour, but
Fill
also
it
try
up.
to, yeah, because I like the small shows, honestly. Like it's cool for community building, and I get like more tight knit connections that way, you know. But and we dropped a song. I mean, it's a long song. You gotta wait till like the very last verse to get to it. But I like my verse. I like the vibe, and it came at a good time when Afro Man was going through all this court stuff. Shout out to him winning it. But yo, the justice system get through this man a motherfucking alley-oop, and he dunked that shit. He had like 400,000 followers on IG, and after all this court shit, he's up like 1.1 mil.
Was that charting on Apple? I seen it charting on Apple, right?
Not Apple Music, but the iTunes in Canada. It was like weird. It was like in front of Kiss Me Through the Phone, or it might have been right behind it. I might be mixing that up. But I'm like, are y'all still bumping Kiss Me Through the Phone? We gotta fact check. I'm confused.
What's that record called for those who don't know? Go run that up.
I was called Getting It Back, and it kind of just came at a perfect time. Like right when he won the case, we're like, fuck it, let's drop it. So we kind of like, my verse ain't even all the way where I wanted it to be as far as the mix and everything, but he's like, fuck it, we got to do it now. Like it's time. And I'm like, fuck it, let's run with it, you know?
Time is important. You mentioned how he had preference for his team, and I liked how you respected that. I wanted to know, what's your concept on that, and what's your team like, and what are you looking for to expand your team?
Let me think of how to word this right. There's people that I want to bring on the team, and certain things I'm looking for to build, but there's certain interpersonal skills and things in myself, and also a couple things I want to learn. I don't want to fuck anyone's algorithm up. So I'm like, when I learn some new shit.
What does that mean?
Yo, like you got to be careful. Like even on Instagram, say if you.
What is an example of it? Yeah.
So if like, say if I collab posted with someone who had like just hella fake followers. And honestly, I had to delete like my old Metaphorical Mafia account. I got to like 5, and then I fucked up and paid this dude who said he was A&R. You like don't trust anyone on Instagram that tells you to like, we're gonna save you, we're gonna throw you the ball, and you could ball if you want to. You just send us some bread. Nah, they are going to fuck your whole shit up. You're gonna have to restart, or you're gonna have to restart to make it perform how like industry artist gets it to perform, you know? And bro, I done lost accounts, I done had to restart, and I'm like, yeah, can't be doing it no more.
Well, nowadays I feel like restarting is the new thing, because it feels like the more handles you make, these social media platforms, they're gonna push what's new, and if you're a brand new account, they're gonna want you to stay on the app, and they're just gonna keep. So people are out there making 10 different handles, and pushing content.
And like honestly, that's some advice that someone gave me was, if you have a backup account, like sometimes I would do single posts on my backup account, but then like collab half of them, because then like who knows, and like if this algorithm's slightly different, like maybe I could target this one a little better than this one. Or different even. Yeah, like you could balance it in a different way. Like if this account isn't in this area, maybe I could just target my IG ads. I'm not gonna lie, I do try to spend on IG ads, but I'm not good at balancing my budget in all the areas yet. That's what I'm practicing. And honestly, I know they didn't teach us budgeting, so like just budgeting in life I'm horrible at. So we try and get better at, but I guess, you know, budgeting's horrible, and like
it's part of the game.
Yeah, like, yeah, for real.
Part of the game.
No, I do. It's dope though that you are aware of and you're intentional about how you present yourself. What are some of the things that, like, your thought processes behind how you want to present yourself?
Ooh, I feel like I've honestly presented myself in a not a skewed way, because I still talk about stuff I've been through, but like, how do I think of how to word this? Like, if every time I rap about doing violent shit, I want to do it, or if I talk about doing drugs and it influences me to be in a mood to where I'm like, oh, like I want to get high in the studio, not like smoking weed, like that's cool, like we could do that and function. I can't function off like...
You're talking about hard drugs.
It depends what you mean by even psychedelics. I could go too hard with, and like it wouldn't be good for my mental state.
I can dig it.
But yeah, I've always, I don't want to say I really ever hit it. Like people could obviously tell at certain points I was touching I was popping pills, like I was trying to numb pain. You feel me? Like little kid trauma and then teenage shit that had happened. That like I feel like I worked through a lot of it, but you know, life gets deep, and that's how I poorly coped with it. You know.
So is rhyming a coping mechanism for you?
Yeah, if I use it correctly. I tried to sit and evaluate the way I use drugs, and even like the way I've seen artists around me use it, and I think using certain drugs that lower your inhibitions in your mind, like we're not as in tune to it's not as easy for me to talk about my pain if I'm running from it. So I forget what artist it was. I heard Chance say something about it and Kendrick say something about it when I was tripping one time, and I'm like, damn, like I gotta just switch what I'm chasing with this shit, you know? Like,
how much does your pain influence your music? Do you rap about your pain, or are you lyrical? Like, do you try to like separate the two? Or?
I try to not. I don't ever want to make myself an artist. Like, you guys can relate with this because you'll rap over anything. Like,
absolutely.
I want to make each of my projects a kind of a different vibe. And I might sprinkle different styles of beats in there, but like, there's going to be an album that I'm working on where it's from my addiction. All the shit from right there, so people get that side of me. And then there's like the part of me that like would over-sexualize things in an unhealthy way, and then there's the songs where it's that just like unhealthy for myself, you know, like if you chase pussy all the time, you're not chasing goals. Me, and I'm talking about, you feel me?
Writing this song down. I feel like you're very self-aware enough to incorporate this and to talk about that experience and on that.
Then I feel like I'm also an over-evaluator where it's not always a good thing, but it is a good thing to be in tune. Like, I could definitely agree with you on that. I think I just stressed myself out a little bit, but that's okay.
You were talking about something that is very common, especially within artists. I think it's common within human nature, but artists get the ability to articulate the situation.
Yeah, for sure.
You might have just helped someone now just by articulating and the transparency, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, and you guys were asking about the image. My bad. My ADHD brain is kind of...
Look.
Been doing a detox from anything they've prescribed me to handle ADHD.
Man,
so we're going to get back to it.
This is a great conversation.
Yeah, I learned just like a lot of the pharmaceuticals they prescribed me for stuff, actually, like my brain, I think, works better now than when they gave me that shit, you know? So sometimes cleaning it out is good. But we were talking about my image, and I feel like when I was talking about the skew part of myself, I've only given people like half of myself, I feel like, because there's so much more I need to talk about. Like, I think about a lot of political shit. Like, I don't try to tell people, but like I do try to read a lot behind the scenes so I can. A lot of the hip hop that influenced me was like Mos Def, and honestly a lot of neo soul. Oh my God, Jay Electronica I love. I mean, obviously like old Tupac, but that's like just some cliche stuff to say. But shout out Pac, and shout out Asada just as much as Pac. But yeah,
Pac is not cliche.
No, but Pac it's one of those things cliche. You should already know I rock with Pac.
Too, especially.
But and if you're under the age of 25, go listen to Tupac. Like,
you got to. And we got different versions of Tupac. Like the Tupac we got to hear at the end was vastly different than the freestyles I heard at the beginning, or Brenda Has a Baby, or oh my God, Keep Your Head Up. Like so many things that he dropped at the beginning were, I won't say ahead of his time, because people in other genres were talking heavy about it, and even in hip hop, but to make a song that big where you're talking about something that positive and sometimes so deep. Like Brendan Had a Baby was a deep song, and it's hard to make something like that mainstream at that time, you know?
For sure.
So props to Pac for real.
And then for it to be able to still translate in 2026, that's a classic, you know?
What was shit? Tried to find my friends, but the blowing in the wind, like that shit used to make me drop tears. Like certain hip hop songs, if they could touch your soul, like singing can make me cry a little easier, but when someone can make me cry tears when I'm in a mood from hip hop, you know that it's something different. It doesn't even have to be overly lyrical too. It's like a feeling is how I feel about hip hop. Sometimes it's a feeling.
So one of my favorite rappers is DMX. Can you?
We got
what's
the
your
same
favorite
birthday.
DMX song?
Oh, I can't. It's gonna be cliche.
If you were sitting next to someone who never heard DMX,
I would tell him slip. I would tell him slipping.
Okay.
Because it would have to be something emotional first. Now I'm not gonna lie and say like when I'm trying to think when I was most obsessed with it. His party songs from like 5 to probably 10 years old when they would censor it with the glass breaking sounds on 99.
What year is that?
Oh gosh. No, he would have had to drop later than that. What did I say? 5 to 10?
You said you were 5 or yeah.
No, it would have had to be 6 to 10. What time did the album drop? It was early 2000s, correct? 2000.
Flesh in My Flesh, Blood in My Blood was 99. He dropped 2 albums.
Oh, yeah. So I was.
It is dark.
No, I was low. I was younger. I was 3. I'm bad at putting times together though. But yeah, it would have to be something emotional first, and it would have to be off of that for me.
Really can't go wrong.
At all.
Because like I want someone to hear any of his like club tracks like after. Because well, who knows? You might be able to tune a little kid into DMX easier by showing him that first. But I guess that is what got me into him first because I was at a younger age.
Definitely depends on who you're showing.
Yeah, like if you're showing it to someone that is at a mental level and age to be able to, you feel me?
Get It on the Floor.
I like
is a
having
good
these
song.
talks.
You ever heard Get It on the Floor? That's a good song that shows the younger crowd, I guess, you know.
Wait, let me make sure I'm actually not tweaking with putting song titles together, guy. Oh, what am I listening to now? Oh, it's just West Side Gun, but shout out West Side Gun, that shit still heat. It sounded like some extra old shit. Oh, anything Swizzy and him, bro.
Dead ass.
Like,
Yep.
like, Swizzy did have some special feeling beats. Even like shit he did in the last decade for Wayne, I was like, ooh, like the shit he did after X died with Wayne, that beat was cold when they sampled X and that shit. What did it even call? I forget what it was even called. But that and then the John, oh man, it had Swizzy screaming on. I can't fucking remember the name. It wasn't old Wayne though. But yo, do y'all have a water in here? That shit would be hella clutch, gang.
You can run out.
Yeah, that's actually, I think my ride might have did.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
came out here with my peoples. I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, that shit fucking me up, the cotton. But yeah, actually on this album, me and Johnny Merck are working on. He's actually mad dope with the sampling, bro. Studying how to clear it, bro. That's what I'm into now. Like the best ways, because I'm seeing like certain songs I can clear this shit, but then like another song I can't. Or a song that's not as known, it's harder for me to find a way to.
So let me ask you something. If someone doesn't know you and you had to tell them to go listen to one song by you, what would it be?
Oh, I ain't dropped enough music I'm actually like fully happy with yet. I'm gonna say Tatiana, if you want a lit club type hit. Last Time would be like Last Time's the one that it's like one of those situations where it's not, I think it's a basic song, it's short. Like I look at it that way, but it's also the first song where I like allowed myself to drop something just because it was personal to me, you know? Like, so I try to not hate on my own shit, but like really this year is when real actual projects are dropping. Like I got some fire shit with my dude Mr. Bad, and honestly my collabs are what I would tell you to bump. Listen to my verses on other people's songs is where
What are you performing for them today?
Sorry, what was that, bro?
What song are you performing today?
I'm actually doing a remix in this bitch that I don't really think anyone heard.
Nah.
Like,
Oh, we get the
a few
exclusive?
people. What?
You dropping an exclusive?
Oh,
Exclusive for them?
damn, let me see. I got unreleased on here. I got yeah, let's do it.
No,
No, I'm talking about,
what are you
said
performing?
Nobody heard it, so it's exclusive, right?
No, like I dropped it, but not many people heard
okay,
it.
gotcha.
Because my YouTube, that's what I was saying. Remember how I said I'm bad at balancing my promotion? My YouTube's only at like what? We got 374 to 6 subs. Like,
YouTube is hard.
Yeah, we're trying now.
yo, the promotion on there, like that's the one that it's been the hardest struggle to get to. SoundCloud, I was lucky because I started at the right time when it still had like, remember when you would post and they would have it for 24 hours where everyone you followed would just, it was more, I feel like it was easier for people to find, you know?
The algorithm wasn't as tough, man.
And like,
YouTube,
I fucked up and just dropped hella.
YouTube.
Yeah, the ads on that bitch, to target the right countries I want to target, it's like.
I feel like everything's based around short form content now. Like even this, we're gonna chop it up,
Yeah.
and the short form's gonna get more traction than the long form.
That part is what fucks with me because like I don't wanna create content at all. Like I'm not gonna lie, I don't even have that much of a visual eye for like the music video side of things. I like taking suggestions and tweaking them and just working with people that have that vision and maybe can help me see mine.
Word.
You know, but like with t-shirts and like designs like that, I think I have a vision with that.
Speaking of
And the
target,
music, but-
you said your target audience. Who is your target audience? You said mentioned about targeting out of the country. A lot of people think that they're supposed to target their hometown, and you know.
I believe you should keep good ties with your hometown, but like you gotta branch out because I think like most rappers get hated on most in their hometown by people like not even hometown, but like we'll say like radius, you know, like 25-mile radius, because like it could be South Jersey as a whole. I know, like, bro, if we united with the amount of talent that like there's a lot. Now I'm not saying there's like a lot of people that also don't do weird shit behind the scenes and stuff, but like there's a lot of talent. If we actually, the real people, locked in and just cooked up the art.
Why do you think that there's so much friction to do it in your hometown?
I don't think it really has to. I think too many people look at, and it's like more a hip hop specific thing. Obviously all genres are competitive, like it's still the music business, but I think it doesn't always have to be. Like it obviously can and should be, but under the circumstance, like, you know what I mean? Like if someone disses me, it's like you gotta, you know.
For sure.
It's like almost just part of the culture that you can't let go of, I feel. Now, I ain't never been a battle rapper either, but like,
I almost think
still gotta jump into it, you know, if it's something like that.
Diss tracks are different than battle rap, though. I feel like.
Yeah, but I feel like sometimes, like semi-transferable skills. Now, not every battle rapper can ride a beat though.
Sure. I definitely, I think that a lot of it though, even outside of that, comes with, it's easier for a stranger to hear where you're at in life now than the people you grow up with. I think there's always going to be
that's
some,
a great way to word it.
You can never, and I think that as artists, which I'm trying to learn to embrace too, is that you have to expect that. You know, it's not
And I
like,
think when we don't always look at stuff as competition or like, I think sometimes like people tried to trick me into like not doing things because they were like, nah, like that's some goofy shit, don't do it. But then I feel like if I didn't do it, I wouldn't have built the motivation to like have any confidence to do anything else. So I didn't like, I'm still like, I just started getting that real confidence where I was like, oh, like I can really spit, you know, like I guess having depression and having low self-esteem for more than half of my life, it's like it takes time to put that into my passions, you feel me? Like I can play guitar good, I think now, but like when I was a teenager playing it, I'm like, bro, this shit trash, like, you know?
no, indeed.
I appreciate the courage it takes to hop in front of the camera every day, even though you're not all the way comfortable with yourself, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, I think like I know a lot of artists that feel like, not even just hip hop or rap artists, but just like even people that paint, that get in front of a camera and they're like, I have so much social anxiety that I wish I had the money for my art or my business already to like not have to manage my own social media. Or like I don't even like it's unhealthy to stare at a screen for that long. And if you're trying to like, I know so many people trying to build a business, do this, and then at work looking at a screen, trying to balance all these things, and it's like, bro, the dopamine in our brain is going haywire. Like, we need detoxes, and I want that. I be wanting to run away.
That's I can attest to that. And it's definitely hard to navigate. I think that we're in a culture that nobody could prepare for. Even coming off the corona, you know what I mean? Nobody expected. That changed everything for us. I read a lot of books that really.
And a lot of people, like, not just with COVID, but they know if they force feed us fear and they force feed us trauma, it makes us more complicit to anything more bad that we should worry about. Now, I'm not one of them like conspiracy theorists like COVID wasn't real. But I never had a vaccine and I never got the shit, bro. I had an antibody test and they were like, nah, this shit don't get me. But my great uncle Joe, rest in peace, he died from it, and like they'll do some from COVID, yeah. And like, thank God, maybe it's just I have a good immune system, luckily. But like, damn, I forget where I was even going.
What's your thoughts on the hantavirus?
You know, my skepticism just
the what?
Rise off
the hantavirus.
Am I lost right now?
Possibly. There was a whole cruise ship with people infected off the coast of Argentina, I think.
That was in Jersey, apparently.
Now there's people being,
But to me, my skepticism, just to rise off of history. Our history teaches us the government isn't really trustworthy. The media is built off propaganda.
Oh, I could go.
But I wasn't trying to even segue.
We don't got to.
We should definitely.
Only factual stuff. Like I only want to have stuff that I have strong convictions.
Indeed, I think.
I mean, they murder our prophets, but then they don't want to compare Jesus.
Don't say that.
No, they don't want to compare Jesus to a black man, is what I was gonna say. But like, you see how they crucify black men constantly in our country. And shit, all the books I've been reading is showing. You see what they just did with these voting districts, right, people? Did you? Took out Tennessee's only majority black voting district. The same place MLK was murdered. The same place as the Trail of Tears. The same place that the KKK was deep-rooted from the very start.
That's wild.
They just redrew it.
It's not surprising, though, to say the least. I think everybody.
You know how many votes it took?
Every U.S. citizen should have a healthy skepticism about our country, But I was just talking about how, even that space you were talking about, the depression and stuff like that, how I believe COVID contributed to a lot of that for everybody. And, just to be able to still be talking about what you're pursuing should encourage the listeners who are on the same path making excuses that, your best work comes from processing it, living through it, and then expressing it. And I think that we all can attest to that,
Yeah, exactly. And I think, like, when I'm grateful for any bad experiences I've had in a way, even though at the time, like, obviously anything we go through, like, we ain't trying to go through it at the time, but I think without going through something, like, what am I gonna rap about when I go to tune into myself if I haven't, like, stumbled and hurt myself and bumped my head a few times,
I think that is just inevitable. I think we got to embrace it more that, there are always going to be problems, but that's just like weight on the plate. It's going to build your character, depending on how you view it. When you embrace that, you're supposed to go through problems. It's life,
Word up, bro. When there's weight on your plate, you got to digest it.
Indeed, and you got to tear some muscles sometimes, But,
Hell yeah, bro. I'm glad you went that direction with it. It's good to just not over-evaluate everything, but sometimes it's healthy to and just tune into ourselves and tune into be an observer sometimes. I used to talk too much shit. I probably still do now. But, sometimes it's good to sit.
Thinker, I think, like myself, I think I could pick that up from you just from this conversation. Very transparent and very self-aware. It takes a lot of selflessness to be able to get to that point. Can't even have empathy for someone else if you don't know yourself. You know what I'm saying? And, even what you were bringing up, I think I would love to sit at a table and discuss things outside of music. I wanted to more so introduce our platform to you and get to know you more too, because I'm not familiar with you, but I see two of the things that you stand for and post in the political realm and things outside of here. We'd love to, chop it up and cultivate some self-awareness for the public, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm so happy that you... Now, I love talking about music, but I also, not everyone wants to walk towards those conversations.
For sure.
And, it's hard to... Sometimes I keep my mouth shut about... Not keep my mouth shut on my opinions about, but I see who I say them to first. Because I don't want to say something too strong to them, trying to educate them, and then they close their ears, because a lot of people like their ignorance. Because the more I learn, the more stressful life gets. But it's almost like sometimes trading stress for enlightenment a little bit.
You never feed pros to pigs.
But I would love to have those conversations. And since we went to that, I'm working on starting a foundation, but really it's finances. I struggle just like everybody else. Any progress I made, I feel like I spend it just as fast as I get it, but I'm trying to get this t-shirt press and start printing up merch to give out to people, get people to just know the message, but it has to be based on education of certain things that people don't know about the political climate. Because a lot of stuff just is purposely not talked about on major platforms.
And a lot of people don't care. But it's you don't, like you said, you're not supposed to engage with everyone. But to have this platform to where we're trying to have these type of conversations where it's not out of ignorance, We're on the same wave, and the people who do care, I'm sure they'll receive some substance from us talking about some, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would be a good, I'm not a podcast type dude at all. I think a lot of people need to take mics from these podcast people, but I would do something if we were talking about something that mattered.
You could have fooled me. You're pretty comfortable. I mean, pretty comfortable, though.
I'm Fetti, but...
Where'd the name come from?
So, honestly, my grandmom's husband used to say I was dope. And I just said I'm more than dope. I'm Fetti. But, I've also, accidentally overdosed on pills when I was a teenager. So I was it could be a double entendre. But then it could also be a triple if we're talking about money. But I don't want to, keep feeding into the capitalistic side of myself.
Kind of ironic.
Yeah, because, I've rapped about money so much. And I'm this shit is, I'm rapping about dumb clothing brands that I could get some fresher shit for cheap. Just because it has a brand name on it, and then because of that, I'm going and buying a brand name that's just I should have spent the money on something that actually helps something. That's how I feel about capitalism. If I didn't buy this dumbass belt or some jeans, it's I could have donated it, or I could have done something better, even if I just ate with it. Would be better than buying fucking designer jeans, because then everyone's trying to live up to something that's not really worth anything, in my opinion.
Is this sentiment something you put in your music?
No, I've completely went against that and tried to give what I thought the people wanted. I'm people want to hear me flex, and people want to hear me talk about the side of me that's just angry. For a while I would just rap my fucking anger because I was just pissed at the world, because I think if you run away from depression in a certain way, for me it would turn into just being angry as shit. And then just life situations, But no, that's really why I was talking about these other projects dropping, because the ones got a decent amount of political and really personal stuff on it. The song Stay Wise that I just dropped with Johnny Merck is one of the first songs off it. And that one's leaning into the political side, and also personal stuff about my mental health. And then the Just Cream album I'm dropping, that shit sounds suspect as fuck. We're just gonna call it Cream. Can't respect everyone around me. Instead of, it was gonna be originally called Cookies and Cream, but the cookies was because a producer was called Cookie, but they out the picture now. But shout out to everybody that's still locked in. You feel me? Well, where we going with this interview, bro?
Shout out to you. Appreciate
Y'all ain't too bad to talk to. Usually I'm more nervous in interviews, and they ask questions that
So real quick, are you a writer or are you a punching guy? What's the creation process?
I'll punch in sometimes on trap shit. If it's just me fucking around trying to find the flow, if that makes sense. Like, cause I'm bad at the way, like for me punching in back to back, how people do, that doesn't work for me. Cause like I have this problem of not leaving enough space in between my bars. So it's like if I was to punch in every bar, it would just sound dumb. Cause
it would
like,
be hard to perform too.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like, bro, getting healthier lungs, working on breath control. Like that's why I've been trying to pick up just getting healthier. Like, bro, drinking every day and like I was smoking mad cigarettes. Honestly, I need to slow down on this and just like give my lungs a clear break. But yeah, bro, like I've been on stage, like in Colorado, bro, I was out of breath. And like that made me notice like, bro, I gotta work on my health, you feel me? But honestly, yeah, like I'll keep it 100. I done had backing tracks and the shit. But then what's fucked up is like when I go to the show, even the old heads be having a backing track now, and I be like trying to listen. And some people do it where you don't like notice it, but it also takes away from the essence of, takes away from the soul of like what I originally fell in love with this shit, you know?
I don't think Colorado is the right state to test your control either.
True. I was asking the dude, because the dude who invited me out there was from New York. Like that's how I had met him, because I did this, like it was a real small show at this 90s theme bar in Long Island. And he was like, bro, like, come just perform at the show at the Roxy. And I went out there and I'm like, before he goes on stage, I'm like, bro, like, how high is how high up are we?
That's crazy.
But I've had other shows where
Did
it was
you feel
like
the
that
air
too.
was different even before you performed? There? Don't they say like that?
Not like, nah, I don't think really. No. And like, I only have like sports-induced asthma. Like, I'm not one of those. I met people that like will smoke a cigarette and have an asthma attack. Thank God that shit ain't me. Your boy would have been out of here. Nah, I think they were like really born with just bad asthma. But if I play basketball or skateboard, like it used to be I needed an inhaler if I did that shit. But thank God it's not all the time. That's not an excuse for backing track.
No, I understand.
If there's one thing you could leave our audience with, man, what would it be?
Oh man, just be yourself, but all sides of yourself. Like for me, there's shit, depending on how I'm feeling, depending on what I'm going through, I might act different. I might not respect myself as much. I might stumble and bump my head if I'm, you know, just be you, tune into you, and show love to other people. Try to have empathy, because I think regardless of how thuggish we feel like we gotta be in these bars and how rugged I feel like I have to be around the edges sometimes, it's like I got other parts of myself that want peace, but sometimes it's hard to want peace. My bad, it's a long outro, but tune into the music. We got the Monastery LP on the way with Johnny Merck. I got the Cream LP with a pile of beats from different producers, mostly real old school soulful boom bap.
Tell them where to find you. What's your socials?
Yeah, all at Mafia Fetti. It's Fetti with an I at the end. Still shout out Fetti Wap, Jersey. Shit, there's a lot of Fettis in Jersey that can actually spit now that I think about it. And most of them is all bar spitters, so shout out all the other Fettis, you feel me? It's all respect, it's all love. But yeah, run that shit up.
Appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate y'all.